you're over 200 pounds and you're a girl, I'm your host, Kaylee Slagus.
If even the smallest girls still want to be smaller, our bodies were never the issue in the first place.
I always say if you're over 200 pounds and you're a girl, because I used to think if you're over 200 pounds that like life was done. I used to think, oh my gosh, I need to lose weight as soon as I hit 200 pounds. There is like no reason that I should be in a 200 plus pound body. But once I realized like 200 pounds is not a bad number for women. We can exist in a 200 plus pound body and it's okay. And it's not the end of our life. And no, we don't always have to go and lose a lot of weight. And we can love ourselves the way we are. And I'm not necessarily saying that you are the healthiest version of yourself, but you can be. You can be the healthiest version of yourself at 200 plus pounds. There's not a weight that defines health. And so the series, if you're over 200 pounds and you're a girl, really just started to, one, relate to other 200 plus pound women, and two, to really remind young girls, people in their 50s, whatever the age is, that your body is okay the way it is. And you're beautiful the way you are. And you can have confidence the way you are. And you can exist in a healthy body just the way you are. I thought today's episode could be about comments I have gotten on my social media posts. And when I read them, if I feel like I need to talk about them, then I'm going to talk about them. But I have over 50,000 followers on Instagram and I have over 130,000 on TikTok. Weirdly enough, TikTok, I don't get that many hate comments. So I don't know what it is, but the people on Instagram are mean. Also, my Instagram is connected to my Facebook. And so Facebook, if you go on Facebook, man, they are even worse than Instagram. I get attacked all the time on Facebook, but luckily I don't really check Facebook, so I never see. But the comments on Instagram and Facebook, man, oh man, they are rough. I guess I first want to start by saying these comments used to affect me so bad. Like, I just remember seeing them for the first time when I started getting them. And I think I was actually even in a smaller body then when I first started my social media. And whenever I got a bad comment, I was like, dang, this hurts. I actually remember one of my posts going pretty viral, and I have really bad health anxiety, and so many people were commenting things about like me dying. And that really hit me really weird because I already struggle with like health anxiety. Like, I want to be the healthiest version of myself. If something's slightly wrong with me, I'm like, oh my gosh, bring me to the doctor. I usually don't actually go into the doctor, but I just constantly am like monitoring my body and just making sure I'm okay. When people started saying I was going to die early, I was like, huh? Like, it just was something I did not need to hear all the time. And like, it never feels good to hear that, especially when I work pretty hard on my health. And some days I don't focus on my health as much as maybe I should. And some days I focus to the extreme on my health, which maybe sometimes I shouldn't. And I just think so many people look at you, and if you're in a bigger body, they're like, oh, you're unhealthy, you're going to die early. And yeah, there can be things that happen because you exist in a bigger body. And I'm not here to say that having more fat on your body can lead to health issues. Sure. But also, like, just because you're in a bigger body doesn't mean that you're unhealthy. And that's the stigma I'm trying to break. I'm trying to break it. I just think if health was talked about at all sizes, things would just be so different. But it's not. That's why I'm trying to break the stigma just a little bit. Every little day at a time that I can. Anyways, over time, I have gotten used to the comments, which is so terrible. What I started to do, I'm pretty sure my sister said, like, if you got haters, like, you're getting engagement, you've made it. And I held on to that because I'm like, okay, you're right. The more engagement I'm getting on a post, bad or good, the more chances I have to reach more women. And that encourages me, that inspires me. So I'm just like, whatever, I'm going to take the hate. If that's what it takes to reach the girls that I need to reach, I'll let it happen. And also, I know my worth inside and out, and it does not revolve around other people. No one can tell me what my worth is. And I've worked really, really hard over the past few years to get to this point where my worth does not come from people. It does not come from conversations. It does not come from people saying what they think of me. My worth comes from deep within and with God. So that's kind of where I stand. That's not to say these comments don't hurt a little. They don't sting a little. They do. They definitely do. But honestly, they have to be miserable themselves to comment something like this on a 25-year-old's Instagram. Maybe you don't post on social media, but maybe you get hate comments from your family, your friends. Maybe you get looks. Maybe you get treated differently because you exist in a bigger body. I think we can all relate on this level. And this is your reminder that words people say, they can hurt, but we have to build our worth outside of people. People will always hurt us, always. So finding love within yourself and understanding your worth outside of everyone else is so important. Okay, so let's just go into these comments. First of all, this post that I posted, it is a post that I made when I was in Vegas. I was having a drink on a chair in the water, and my husband took the video of me. I was thinking I looked cute. I went back and I looked at the video and I was like, Matt, what did you just take of me? Like, what is this video? It was me and all my tummy rolls were out for the world to see, and it was not a good angle of me at all, and I was not going to post it. I almost clicked delete, but then I was like, wait, this is literally what my body looked like in this moment, and so many other people would also look like this in this moment, and social media is so posed and so staged, and even my own social media, I'm always posting my best poses, my best like looks. I'm never posing things that don't necessarily look aesthetic. So when I saw this video, I was like, all right. I guess it's time to just post it, put it out there for everyone to see, because this is what a real body looks like. And my caption was, since everyone suddenly seems to be getting skinny, here's what an unposed 260-pound, 25-year-old body looks like at the pool. When I say, since everyone suddenly seems to be getting skinny, there's nothing wrong with people being skinny. Why I said that is because this whole wave of medication, of weight loss meds, has just been so much. And I also want to say, I'm not against GLP-1s, weight loss meds, whatever you want to call them. I'm not against them at all. I think there is absolutely a time and a place. I'm a PCOS girl. I get it, girls. I get it. If you're on a medication, I'm not judging you at all. Not 1 ounce. Like, I want you to fully understand that I support you. I fully support you. Whatever you want to do, it's your body. I support you. My only issue is the fact that when these medications are being talked about, they're being pushed by famous people. They're all over social media, and it's shoved down our throats 24/7. For those that it helps, that's amazing. And I'm glad that we're bringing an awareness to these medications. But I think the awareness is there. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about these medications. So to be putting them in front of young girls, young boys, young impressionable minds on social media, and they're seeing these advertisements, it's pushing that we have to be the smallest version of ourselves. The narrative is not how to be the healthiest version of ourselves. It's how to be the smallest version of ourselves. And that's the thing that I really struggle with. And seeing so many celebrities get on these, lose a bunch of weight really fast, it's just like, feels like we are living in a world where everyone's getting skinny again. And I feel like everyone's getting skinny, but no one's actually talking about the health. And I feel like everyone's getting skinny, but nobody's talking actually about the health part of it. And that's the part of the education where young people are looking at these ads and they're not understanding the health behind it. And it just feels like it's promoting thin people. That's how I feel. And again, if you're on it, seriously, there's obviously a reason you're on it. And if it's to lose weight for your health, that's amazing. If it's to help with different diseases that you have in your body, amazing. There is so many benefits to it. And I'm not even gonna talk poorly on the medication. It's just more some of the advertising. And it does scare me how many people are on it when they maybe did not need to be on it. That's enough talking about that. But that is why I said suddenly everyone seems to be getting skinny, because you truly see some of the people that have existed in slightly larger bodies, they're all of a sudden becoming so stick thin. And I just wanted to remind people that not everyone has to be on this medication and not everyone has to always be losing weight. And just a reminder that we can exist the way we are. We can show up to the pool the way we are. We can be confident the way we are. And if we want to change and we want to take a step to actively better our health, please do it. That's what I'm always trying to do. I'm always trying to be the healthiest version of myself. And I just want people to understand that our looks do not define our health. Now that I talked about that and I went off on a tangent, first comment. Honestly, I think this is by a girl, which sometimes comments from girls actually bother me the most. And I think it's just because when men do it, I'm like, it's a guy. Like, men are just that way in general. Like, why should I expect anything else? When girls do it, it's like, come on, sis. Girl code. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like girls understand that we struggle. And I know probably everyone that's ever commented something negative on my post has struggled. And that's probably why they're projecting on my page, on my social media. So yeah, this girl named Carrie, her bio is enjoy every moment, cherish your children, work smart, not hard, married. And her comment is, how much does someone need to eat a day to get that huge and maintain it? What I get nervous about is like people being mothers. It looks like her daughter's a girl. Yeah. So like what's she saying to her daughter? How is she talking about food and body image around her daughter if she can comment that on my body? Also, how much does someone need to eat a day to get that huge and maintain it? If you're a girl like me having PCOS, I can barely eat anything and I will still gain weight. So if you're actually wondering, I actually do kind of have a medical reason why I exist in a slightly bigger body. So yeah, Carrie, if you wanted to know, that definitely plays a point in this. And yeah, we're just going to move on. And I really hope you treat your children better, Carrie. Then we have KK, another girl. KK does art. Girl, we're in America. We know fat people still exist because we see them everywhere. Basically, she's saying, like, you don't need to post this. We already know they're everywhere. Like, America's fat. Okay. Thanks, KK. Boo Daddy 99. Knee or hip replacement by 40. Life gets harder. Might want to prepare. Life does definitely get harder when you get older because your body actually does age. And weight can play a part in those things. But you age regardless. So yeah, you can age a little more gracefully, but also you can be super healthy and you can also have a bad knee. So boo daddy, go away. Oh my gosh, I've not seen this one. This was 52 minutes ago. I want to squeeze you until mayo comes out. Honestly, I don't even know what to say back to that one. I don't even eat that much mayo. So I really don't think you'd get that much mayo out of me. I don't know. Someone said morbidly obese and proud of it, not a flex. Which I think is funny because like I just literally am simply showing up online. If you walked past me in the pool, you would have seen me exactly like that. So it's just like funny that people think like I'm flexing. Honestly, I wasn't going to post a video because I did not like the way I looked. But I also was like, you know what? That's my body. And I need to accept me and how I am. So why not post it? And why not show it for others to see? So I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to flex my belly rolls. I'm really not. I get a lot of gifts, a lot of pigs eating, a lot of whales. Someone said, disgusting, unhealthy, not normal, brainwashed by Jews to destroy your own body. Gonna just leave that one as is. I don't even know what to say. Oh, here we go. G. Wallace. Global warming is getting real bad. All the whales are on land now. I guess I'm a whale on land even though I'm still in the water. He could have at least said like whale on shore. I don't know. This is the one that I've been getting a lot because I said I'm 260 pounds. I keep getting comments like 260, more like 360. Someone else saying, are you sure you're not heavier? Which is so weird to me because like I literally am 260. I weighed myself this morning 259. Like I am so serious about my weight. Like Why would I lie and just randomly be like, hey, I'm 260? Like, if I was gonna lie, I'd put 220. Like, what? Like, I don't get that. So if they think I'm heavier, but I'm obviously not heavier, like, what do they even mean when they say that? You sure you're not heavier? No, I'm sure. I'm sure that's literally my weight. I'm not lying. But then I have other people saying 260, you're huge. I can't believe you're 260 pounds at age 25. I'm like, some people are like in awe that I'm 260. Like, oh my gosh, this is just crazy. But then other people are like, oh, 260? Oh, that's nothing. You're more like 360. Like, I just don't get it. And even if I was 360, boo freaking who? I'm just showing my body. Like, come on. Then we have someone saying, these comments did not disappoint. Good work, everyone. Someone says, bet her fanny stinks. Like, how disgusting. Also, like, to look at me and start thinking about my fanny? Honey, that's gross. The Raiders need a center. Honestly, I do equal the stats of a football player. So I'm not mad about that. This one's good. Her profile picture, she's super thin. Very thin, very fragile. She says, she is the very reason why so many of our young, handsome, successful men are gay. Okay, Julie. Okay. And what's bad about being gay? Like, come on. Like, trying to use that as an insult? In 2025? All right, crazy. Fat and lazy. Anything but taking accountability and taking charge of your health. I'm sure you're looking forward to another 80 pounds. She has no respect for herself and she will continue to have healthcare problems. Disgusting. You're overweight. This poor whale is beached. Hopefully some brave citizens can help. Let's promote obesity and lower lifespans. Yay. Gross. You. That's more than 260 and sorry, but nothing to brag about. Like, I just cannot understand. We're going to act like being 260 at 25 is healthy. First of all, 260 at any age, it doesn't matter what your age. Like, what do you mean? Like, if I was 260 at 25 and I'm also 260 at age 40, what does age have to do with this? Honestly, one hell of an ad for those Chase loungers because I was on a really cute white chair. Honestly, I'm going to take that one as a compliment because I love doing advertisements and I love being a model. So this is not empowering anyone. Stop glorifying being fat. Good luck reaching 50. You'll be dead by Christmas. Honestly, if I'm going to talk about this, when someone looks at me, I understand, especially in this video, it was a very kind of crazy angle. It was in a 0.5, so my body looked kind of elongated and then my stomach kind of folded over so you couldn't even see my belly button. I'm not even trying to defend myself. I'm just trying to like put it out there, okay? When I look at myself, I understand that I could lose some weight. If I lost, honestly, if I got back to 220, I would look amazing. Like I would look probably in most people's heads like, oh, she's, you know, a decently fit girl, okay? So that being said, I understand I could lose weight. I'm not sitting here denying that 260 is the absolute best weight for me. But guess what? 6 months ago, I was 285. And I had gotten off medications and my body was obviously not handling that well. And I had gained weight and I got to 285. And now I'm back like managing some of my stuff because also health issues are so real and no one talks about them enough. Now I'm down to 260 or whatever it is. And honestly, it's just because my body is getting back into a rhythm. That's just where I think it's crazy because when I look at myself, I understand that I could lose some more weight. I'm not saying that I'm my most healthiest self. I still go out to eat. I still enjoy dessert. I still sometimes overindulge in food. But I am so much better than some of the habits that I've had. When I was at my lightest and I was eating 500 calories a day, that was not healthy. And I'm so glad that I have moved on from that. I used to cry every time I would put on an outfit when I was, say, even like 210, 215. It didn't matter actually how much I weighed. I just hated how I looked because I still had fat on me. And I think so many people can relate to that. It doesn't matter if you're 130, if you're 150, if you're 180. You look at yourself and you're like, feel disgusted. You feel like you can always lose weight. You don't even have to be over 200 pounds to feel that or relate to that. That's where I used to cry. I would tell Matt, I would be so like, oh, I can't go out. I don't have anything to wear. Blah, 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 blah. I used to be so hard on myself when I was a lighter version of myself. So that's where I have worked so hard on myself now that you rarely hear me complaining about the way I look, because I feel confident in myself. I feel good in my body. I understand that maybe I could lose some weight, but I also have a very healthy relationship with food compared to my binge eating times and my super restriction times. And I feel really good about that. And that's why I struggle, because when I look at myself on these videos and people are commenting such hateful, nasty things, I don't get it. Because I am not morbidly obese, okay? Like I'm just not. When someone looks at me and is like, gosh, she is just basically disgusting, I just don't even understand that mindset. Because if I looked at someone that looked like me, I would never think that. I'd be like, she is beautiful. She has amazing curves. She looks great. I would never, ever think that. And that's the part that just actually confuses me. And maybe I have reverse body image and I'm too confident and I feel too good about myself. But I just feel like I'm a very normal person in a very normal body. And the fact that these many people hate on me for my body, it just blows my mind. I don't think I will ever understand it, and that's okay. I also will never understand how someone could ever comment something negative, even if you looked at me and you're like, she's disgusting. That's fine. People have preferences. If you don't think I look good, then I don't care. Because again, I don't find my worth from anyone outside myself and God. So do what you want, say what you want about me. I think I'm beautiful. I know I'm beautiful. And for so many of you listening, I think you can relate, because you might look at yourself and you might be like, I look so good. I'm so pretty. And then you get around your really thin friend and suddenly you're like, crap, I need to lose weight. Sometimes outside of our own mirror and our own body image, when we're around other people or people with negative mindsets, like you need to lose weight, this, and this, it's super easy for our minds to flip on ourselves and be like, wait, something is wrong with me. Wait, I am disgusting. And that's just where I want you to know that whatever hate you get in your life about what you look like, your weight, whether you're under 200 pounds or over 200 pounds, your body has never been an issue. And for anyone that's made you feel that way, I'm so sorry. But you have to find your worth even when you look at a video and you have tummy rolls. No, I hated that video, and I'll be the first to say it. But I also posted it on social media for 2.5 million people to see. So obviously someone's going to have an opinion. And no one's opinion matters besides mine about myself. And that's why we have to work really hard to make sure we are good with ourselves, so that when anyone comes around and tries to hate on us, they can't break us, because we are so strong in ourselves. Anyway, one of my favorite comments was someone said something like, you're lucky if one man will ever find you attractive. I'm over here married for over 2 years. I think people are just still so fat phobic, because I got a DM and he was like, you would be so attractive if you weren't fat. And right away in my head, I'm like, okay, so you do think I'm attractive, but you're still fat phobic. So seeing an attractive girl that has fat on her, he's probably like, what do I do with myself? Like, oh, she is so good looking, but she's fat. So no, there's no way I can even find her attractive. I bet in his head, he's looking at me like, oh my gosh, she is beautiful. And then he's like, wait, but I'm fat phobic, so I can't think she's beautiful. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because I love my husband. My husband loves me. My husband thinks I'm attractive. It's all good. And even if my husband didn't think I'm attractive, I still think I'm attractive. So that's all that matters. But I mean, yeah, your husband should think you're attractive. And if he doesn't, get someone that finds you attractive. Like, you got to feel good in yourself and be confident enough to have someone that also finds you equally as beautiful as you think of yourself, if not more. But anyways, hate comments on social media and real life are crazy. And when we find our own worth outside of people, our lives will change and they will be better, because when someone hates on you or someone gives you a dirty look or you don't fit into something in stores, you will no longer blame yourself, because you understand that you are enough the way you are, and we can always work on ourselves to be better. But you also can have days where you're not focused on working on yourself 24/7. Take time to relax. Don't put so much stress on yourself to be a certain person, to look a certain way. You are beautiful. You are enough. And you are so deserving of everything that life gives you. And your body is not the problem. Work so hard on looking at yourself in the mirror, being like, I am that girl. I am beautiful. My body is beautiful. My body is strong. I am strong. I have overcome so many things. And once you keep telling yourself these things over and over and over again, your mind will eventually believe you. And your life will be completely changed. And your confidence will radiate in every room you walk in. And it's just an energy that people will see. Find that. It's within you. It's within all of us. And when you find that, you're going to feel so good. I promise you're going to feel so good. You never needed to lose weight to feel good about yourself. So for now, if you're over 200 pounds and you're a girl, welcome to the space that's made for us. See you next time.